Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Food Explorer podcast. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Food Explorer podcast. My name is Colleen. I am your host. And today we have a lovely guest. Her name is Sloane, and she is a kid foodie. So we're going to talk about beyond chicken fingers and eating amazing food. Are you excited? Yes. So Sloane is my lovely niece, and she loves eating food. And so we actually thought the first thing we'd start off with is we're going to eat some chocolate.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So tell us what chocolate you've got here.
What's in it again?
It's a Halloween chocolate that I made you. And so it's a pumpkin.
A pumpkin.
Yeah. So we'll see if we get that on the camera.
It has eyeball. Show them the eyeball.
It has an eyeball. We'll show you another picture of this later. So we got a chocolate pumpkin, and
you smash it open.
We smashed it. How did we smash it open though? We had to
I wasn't there. I was trick or treating, but they had to use a hammer, and at one point my mom was chiseling it.
Yeah. So we had to use a hammer and a chisel because Auntie Colleen put in way too much chocolate compared to fun ingredients. So we've got some marshmallows.
That's a good thing.
It is a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So marshmallows. What else we got in here?
Gummies.
Mm-hmm. Cookie crumble. Yeah. So we're going to eat a little bit of chocolate. So we made sure to make tiny little pieces because why do we want smaller pieces?
Because it looks crazy when you're eating food on camera.
When you're eating food on camera, don't put giant pieces in your mouth. So you start off.
Don't eat this.
Don't eat that. Yeah, don't eat that. That's terrible. Well, it's not terrible. It's going to taste great, but it's not going to be good for the camera. So are we ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, that's good. That is good. Oh, you got a gummy.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of gummy is that one?
Lemon.
Yeah, it's like a lemon sour gummy. There it is. Mm-hmm. So I love using really, really good gummies. So these are Squish gummies.
They're so good.
These
are the one of the only gummies I'll eat.
Right, because you never ate gummies until you ate this.
Yeah.
So when was the first time you actually ate a gummy that you liked?
Well, this is a gummy that I've liked, but I also like some gummies are okay, like Fuzzy Peaches and Swedish Berries, but otherwise these are really good.
Those are really good, yes. And you went trick-or-treating last night, and what do you think? You got 20 bags of gummies over there? They're not as good as these gummies, though. I'm going to tell you that right now. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to have Sloane on today because Sloane is 100% foodie. Yes. And she eats a lot of different foods. You eat a good variety of foods. You like eating.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And sometimes the kids, they kind of are they just want to eat chicken fingers and fries. And pasta. Yeah. So what's the first memory you have of food? What's the first thing that you remember kind of eating?
Well, from pictures, I remember avocados, but maybe I don't really have an earliest memory.
Okay.
But I remember things from pictures, but then I also remember things at school, but it's all mixed up in my brain.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But you like avocados?
Yes. They're especially good on tacos.
Oh, on tacos. So do you know when the first time I had an avocado was? Mm-hmm. How old do you think I was?
I think you were 7.
Wow, that's really great. I was not 7. I think I was probably 35 the first time I had an avocado. I know.
I was 1.
Yes. I did not grow up with avocados. They were not a household item. We did not eat avocados. So you started off way earlier than I did with avocados. So do you like them on toast or just tacos? You like them as guacamole? Mm-hmm. Yes. So we need to discuss an incident that happened the other day we're going to get this out of the way right now. You had a wasabi incident.
I know this sounds crazy. I know. If you know what wasabi is, you will freak out because I know people they'll mix it with soy sauce or they'll eat that much, literally plain. But I was ordering my food. And I love sushi. This is another part. I love sushi. And I've ordered a plate of sushi. And I was kind of eating my food, and I didn't realize this like giant chunk of like avocado on my plate, like that big. And I'm eating, and I thought it like spilled off, so I'm like put the whole thing in my mouth, and it comes out my nose and like not my ears, but like my nose and my mouth, and like I'm like trying to hold it in, and then I spit it all on the napkin, and I literally, and some of that is still in my stomach, and I thought it was avocado, so that's my story.
That is a good story. Yes, because wasabi and avocado, they look very similar.
Yeah, so don't trust a giant chunk of green. Don't trust it.
Don't trust it. If it's on your sushi plate, do not trust your giant ball of green stuff. So it burns out the nose, though, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the other day I went to my friends, and like their mom was like, you guys should try wasabi, because Sloane tried wasabi, and one of them was like, no, and the other one was like, I'll try it, and he was like, ooh, and then he was like, I didn't like the taste of it, and I tried a little bit, and I was like, well, like sometimes when you try it, but like when I tried it after that, I'm like really like impacted by it, so.
Because you have food memory now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's not a good one.
No. Auntie has some food memories too. I won't eat fruit salad. I won't eat fruit salad because I got sick once when we were in Hawaii on fruit salad. So I just can't eat it. I just looking at it and it just, nope.
I love it.
Well, you do you? And we're wearing matching shirts today.
Yes, matching shirt.
We're matching shirts today.
Yes.
She's my walking advertisement. I should just have her by the booth to sell chocolate for me. You can just sit and eat chocolate all day. And then
I would like that.
That would be a good job. You're like official.
I've already eaten like 3 pieces.
Official chocolate eater. Excellent. So some of the foods that you like to eat, what are some of the things that you really love to eat?
Sushi is one of them.
Sushi. That's
Chinese food.
Okay, what Chinese food do you like?
Like I like the rice and like the chicken. There's a really good place by this golf course, and I feel like it's called like Jack's Kitchen or something, and it's like so good.
Okay.
Like I love different kinds of food. I like Indian food. I mean, every kid likes fast food. That's one thing that I definitely like. And traditional food is really good.
You have lots of traditional foods that you really love. What's a couple of them?
Lefse, krum kake, and then there's, I'm not really sure if this one's considered traditional, but it's turkey soup. It's what you make with leftover turkey at Christmas or Thanksgiving, and it's so good.
It absolutely is good. I love taking the bones. We usually split. If I'm here for Christmas, I get to take half of the bones home, and you guys keep half of them. We make a big turkey soup the next day.
Super yummy.
It is super lovely.
And at first I thought the celery was pickles, but that's how they got me to eat celery, because I do not like celery. Oh. It just has like a weird taste to it. I don't like it.
Okay.
Not even like ants on a log. I will not eat it.
Who are you? You don't like ants on a log?
No.
Okay. Well,
I'll eat like peanut butter and apple, but I don't like raisins.
Oh, but see, I don't like apples. So there you go. So we can just split. We'll just eat the peanut butter and the raisins.
I don't like raisins.
This kid doesn't like raisins. Oh my God, you take after your grandma. So when you try new foods, what do you like? If you look at something, say you see a curry and you're going to try it, what makes you want to try that new food?
I just want to know how it tastes so that the next time, if it tastes really good, then I'll be like, ooh, I want to eat this again. But if it like tastes really bad, I'll be like, nope, I'm never eating this again.
Okay. What are some things that you don't like to eat?
Olives.
Olives. Oh, how come?
I feel like I tried like a little one when I was little, like a bite of one, and I was like, no, this is not for me. And I haven't tried an olive since. So
I didn't eat olives either. I didn't eat olives until I was much older.
I feel like I'll eat them when I'm like 20 or something.
Okay, so
because,
check
like,
back with
like
us in 21 years.
Grow out of. I feel like that's the thing that like you grow out of, but like I feel like if I would say to 100 kids, do you like olives? I bet like a quarter of them would say like yes or something, because I don't think that's very normal for kids to like olives.
No. Do you think it's just because they're kind of meaty and salty?
Yeah. And they like have like a weird like look to them, and they kind of look like an eyeball. Ooh, it freaks me out.
They kind of do look like an eyeball. That is very true. So you also like to bake a lot. Yes. What do you love to bake?
I like to make breakfast for my parents. I like making oatmeal, and then like I have a few things I don't need help with, which is oatmeal, popovers. Well, getting them out of the oven is I need help with. And then there's the things that I do need help with were like cakes, cupcakes, pancakes, like all the stuff that involves like oven required. If it like involved like no oven, then I would be like a pro. I'd just be doing it all day probably.
Mm-hmm.
And also, if there's puff pastry around, which there hardly is, cheese sticks, and then there's scones too that I like to make.
Cheese sticks and scones. Nice. And you do soft pretzels too.
Yes, I do pretzels.
Yes.
Pretzels are delicious.
Pretzels are delicious. Do you put the salt on them too?
Yeah, I put the salt on them. We dip them in Nutella and all kinds of stuff.
I didn't know you dipped them in Nutella. Why have I not been around there for that?
Nutella's the best part.
Oh, well, I've missed that part, apparently. Apparently. So when did you start baking though? You started baking when you were pretty young.
3.
3.
Because I baked pies with my grandma a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And then I helped make dinner and stuff. And then when I was about 5, I got to stir over the stove and stuff. And then at one point, I felt like I was like 7, and I started ending up like making eggs. Like, yeah.
Nice.
And my grandparents, because their stove's low enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's excellent. So once you start making different recipes, do you find other recipes that you want to try?
I feel like if I would, because there's like this bread dough.
Okay.
And it was the cookbook that you gave me, and it was in it. So I wanted to try it, but like my parents were like, no, so I couldn't try it. But I want to try it, and then there's like this braid-away bread that you make it with, and it looks so much fun.
Okay, like a babka or
no, it's just like you're braiding bread.
Okay, that sounds exciting.
And I also like babka.
And you do like babka. You've made a lot of babka.
Yes, everyone likes babka.
Well, who doesn't like babka? Exactly. So the cookbook that you got, I got you that a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
That's been a good book to have, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's a few things in there that like my family like. My dad likes the popovers because if he makes steak, I make the popovers.
That's good.
Yeah, and sometimes the scones they're just really good to have for breakfast and stuff. Because sometimes we're just bored of like toast and stuff, so I'll make scones. But like, I'm kind of getting bored of toast. But I'll make scones on the weekend, though. I can save that for another day.
Exactly. So why do you think it's really important for kids to try different foods?
I feel like it's important so that like they know what it tastes like, and that when they get older to like build their palate to maybe not eat wasabi, but just say it's hotter than hot sauce, so but to like build their palate to get to way like spicier kind of thing, so that when they're adults they're not just like eating like just like pizza and stuff, like like they're eating like Mexican food, and I eat all that food.
Yes, you do.
But like sometimes there's certain foods that you just can't connect to when you're younger. There's like certain foods that are like way too spicy or just like gross to you, and I get that. I have those foods for sure.
Yeah, that's such a good point, because same with me. I had lots of foods when I was growing up that I never liked, but then as an adult, like olives, I like olives now, and they're really good. But it took a while because I was like, why would I ever eat an olive? Until I actually ate one. Same with avocados. But I never had avocados in my life when I was young. I don't even know if we had them at the grocery store when I was young. So, because a lot of foods, they come in to grocery stores as they become available. And so when I was younger, avocados weren't something that was available. But now you can get them all over the place, and you can get them all year round.
Because some people, they like can't afford avocados, or like there's no avocados in the grocery store. So when they order Mexican food, they're like super happy.
Yes, they are.
And Mexican food is delicious, especially my mom's guacamole is the best on tacos.
Oh, that's a shout out to Kim. Best guacamole. Nice. What's she put in her guacamole that you really like?
There's like there's a certain ingredient.
Is it a secret ingredient?
No, but she doesn't put a certain, like all these guacamole recipes say like put this ingredient in it. I don't know what it is, but it's like we didn't have it at the time, and also my parents just thought it wouldn't be good. So my mom tried a different recipe. I don't know who it's by again, but it's on Google. Google's a lifesaver.
Google is a lifesaver.
And she tried it, and I was like, this is so good. Like, it was like the best like guacamole I've ever had. Because sometimes it just makes taco nights better.
Yes.
Yes, because before I was like, ugh, guacamole. I liked it, but it was just like some flavoring into it that just made me like, no.
Mm-hmm.
No.
And you guys eat a lot of food at home. You guys make a lot of food here.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. What's one of the things that you love that your dad makes?
Probably pancakes.
Pancakes?
Pancakes are really good when he makes those. I like when he makes a lot of meat.
Yeah.
Like brisket and steak and all the stuff like that. I feel like it's so good because he just has the exact perfect seasoning.
He does have the perfect seasoning.
Oh, and another thing I love is from a cookbook, and it's and it's macaroni. But it's like if you're eating craft dinner, you are missing out, people. Like
Missing out.
This macaroni is like so good. Like it's like crusty, and it's like, and you can add peas in it, and it's just so good.
You put peas in your macaroni?
Mm-hmm.
Do you like peas?
Yes.
I hate peas. There's nothing wrong with me. Judgy. I don't like peas. I pick them out. I also don't like carrots.
I like carrots too, only if they're cooked or like
pickled. I like pickled carrots.
Yes, pickled carrots.
Pickled carrots.
There's pickled carrots in the fridge.
There are pickled carrots in the fridge. Yes, I saw them yesterday. I might have grabbed one. They were just sitting there looking at me. What was I supposed to do?
Ignore them.
Oh, they said my name. Eat me. Also, I was also going to ask you a little bit about when you make your popovers. Mm-hmm. Do you have a specific recipe that you use?
Yes, I can go get it.
We might make some later. Oh, no, stay here. Okay, we'll do it later.
Stay here.
Stay here. Do you have specific fillings you like to use?
Well, before I just made them plain, and you like would put like steak or like jam and stuff on them. Ooh. But I was thinking like maybe like another day I can try to add this in, where like you like put the jam or like the steak in the popovers.
So you like fold it over?
Yeah, but it would like be like steak, and then it'd be like a popover on top, so we bite into it. It's like really good. Mm-hmm. But I haven't really tried that. I haven't been trying that. But me and my dad were like, the next time it's like the weekend on breakfast, where it's like he's like making steak or something, then I'll probably end up doing that.
Yeah. Do you think you're pretty lucky that you get to make a lot of food at home?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because some people, they love making food, but they can't make it at home.
No.
It's just sad.
It is.
Because like they have to like go to like certain places and make it, and then they have to come back.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I definitely like making it.
I know you do. You are a very good baker, and you're very good making food. Mm-hmm. And you helped Auntie make chocolate a while ago, and we made Easter bunnies.
Oh yeah,
do you remember that?
Yeah, you like drizzled the stuff on.
Yeah, and you got to decorate them. And you got to make chocolate bars.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I remember that.
Yes.
And sometimes me and my mom, we use like molding chocolate, and you melt it, and then you put it into like a mold, and then you can like mix the colors together, and then you put it like on like birthday cakes and stuff. Like that's what we did with one of my birthday cakes. But I just have to tell you, it's not very good. Molding chocolate's not very good. I would just have to say.
Molding chocolate does not taste good.
No.
But
if it's like in a birthday cake or something, then like I don't mind it, but still.
It's the decoration.
It's the decoration.
Yes, because this year for your birthday you had the mermaid cupcakes. Mm-hmm. Those were delightful.
Those were super good.
Those are super good. You guys made them?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I think my mom made I feel like it was really late, so she ended up making like the cake, and then I got to like decorate them and put all the stuff on them.
Mm-hmm. Is decorating fun?
Yes, decorating is fun. Sometimes, like one time, it was like this is classic me. 9:30 at night, rolling dough.
You're supposed to be in bed. You're like, I'm rolling the dough.
Like one time my mom had to make like cupcakes for her kids, and I was like molding these things, and I was like, I'm just gonna do this until I have to go to bed.
Nice. So if you were to meet somebody that was young like you, mm-hmm. What would you tell them about if they saw food that they weren't sure about eating? What would you tell them about eating it?
I would just say take a small bite, and if you don't like it, then don't eat it. But if you like it, then just keep eating it. And sometimes what can happen is some kids, they'll try something and then it'll be like, too spicy, but they'll never actually get the taste of it. So then you want to wait until, like, you want to cool your mouth down, but then you want to wait till, like, the spice is over so you can actually taste it.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's a different level. Some people grow up with really spicy food and it's totally normal to them. And other people, they never try spicy food because they're scared of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they miss out on all that flavor.
Yes.
Yeah, there's so much flavor out there. So what we're going to do is we're going to make some popovers. You're going to show me how to do it.
Yes, I have a recipe book for this.
You do have a recipe book. See, unlike Auntie Colleen, who doesn't use recipes because she doesn't bake. Sloane bakes.
Yeah, I bake. You use the chocolate nuts, though.
I use chocolate, but I don't do recipes for chocolate. But for baking, you kind of need to follow a recipe, don't you? What happens if you don't follow a recipe in baking?
You end up with a burnt puff pancake.
A burnt puff. You don't want to end up with a burnt puff pancake.
Or a broiled one.
Yes, exactly. So
there's a story behind that.
Tell me the story.
So me and my mom, we were sitting on the couch and Dad was making a puff pancake. He puts it in the oven and then we're just like, he comes and sits down on the couch and then he goes to take it out and he realized he put it on broil. And it was a broiled puff pancake and then we have to throw it out and do it all over again.
Yes. Sometimes you make mistakes and you can't salvage it.
Yeah. Or sometimes I saw a commercial and it was the kid using salt instead of sugar. Oh. And they made all these treats and I just like I kind of felt bad for them at that time. I was kind of like, okay then, you're going to have to throw away all that stuff for just salt.
Ugh. But you don't want to have salty things.
Yeah, and here's a tip. If your salt and sugar is in like a bin or something, put labels on it. Yes. You don't want to mess that up.
Yeah, especially for the bins that look very similar or the same size.
Like we have similar bins, but our salt's just in like a what's it called? Like a box.
Yes.
So we don't get messed up, but if that happens to you, then just like don't let it happen.
Don't let it happen. That's a good tip. All right, so we're going to make some popovers. We're going to film making the popovers. We're going to add it into this. And thank you for starting this conversation about eating and trying new foods as she eats the chocolate. The chocolate's pretty good, isn't it? Are you pretty spoiled that I bring you stuff? I have an advent calendar for the family this year, which I'll be bringing you in a couple of weeks. Yes, it's so good. And last year, Sloane let me know that she's allowed to have coffee chocolate now, because apparently at 8 years old, that's when coffee chocolate.
I said that?
Yes, you did. Which was very fun. So we're going to make some popovers. We're going to film making popovers and we're going to add it into this. Thank you for being my guest today.
You're welcome.
Excellent. And we'll continue on in just a moment. Stay tuned.
Bye-bye.
Excellent. Let me see that pumpkin. Ooh la la. Okay. And how come you want to use your hands for this part?
Because it just is easy.
Okay.
I'm just going to put each little cube
into one of the muffin containers.
Yes.
Okay. Excellent. Okay.
All right. The next thing you're going to do is put your pan into the oven for about a minute or two and then take it out when it looks melted.
Okay.
Okay. Oh. All right. Now let's see how our butter's doing. Am I doing this?
Yeah, let me check and see. Oh, that butter looks great.
All right, do you mind taking it out for just to see? Here, use this other.
There we go.
I'm good at
Okay, you're gonna film?
There you go. There she is.
Okay.
All right, let's get this out.
And get it-
What the recipe says to do is to crack the eggs in a large bowl and then mix the rest of the ingredients together. But we're not going to do that. We're going to crack the eggs in a small bowl so that we don't have any shells in it, so that we can dump them in the large bowl. There are 2 eggs, and we just want to crack them. There we go.
That's a good tip to do it in the small bowl first to make sure you don't have any shells.
And when you see, sometimes there's those little brown spots in the eggs. Sometimes there's those little brown spots, and that just means they just had a hard time hatching. So it's not necessarily a shell.
Okay.
That looks like 2 yolks. Look at that. Oh my gosh.
It does look like 2 yolks.
Maybe that's a 2 yolk egg.
Maybe so.
Never know.
You never know. Okay.
There's a bubble.
Okay.
There's a bubble. Dump the rest of this in there. Oh.
Oh. Ah, it's okay.
Floor.
On the floor. Floor eggs.
Clean up.
Clean up aisle 1.
Cut, clean up.
Ready.
All right, your next step is to add 1 cup of flour, 1 cup of milk, and how do you say this?
Half a teaspoon.
And half a teaspoon of salt.
Perfect.
Okay, so the recipe says to add
I like that you double check your recipe.
the milk. So here's the thing. I would tip you, if these are the only measuring cups you have, use them for the milk, but use these for the dry ingredients and use this for the wet.
Exactly, because they're a little bit different, aren't they?
Yeah, they're a little bit different.
Okay, perfect.
So we're gonna find the 1 cup. So this would be 1 cup right here. And we're just gonna pour the milk in.
Okay, pour the milk in.
This is me. I'm just gonna pour up till it says 1 cup.
Okay,
1 cup.
1 cup.
Wanna make sure that you're leaning over and that you have the milk. But this is easier with 2 people, so one of you can be pouring the milk and one of you can be looking. But I just really eyeball it.
You're a pro at this recipe. Slow and steady, I like it. And it's a good idea to measure stuff in these first before adding to the big bowl, because if you make a mistake, you can change it here. Yeah.
Past 1.5.
Okay.
Very careful.
Oh yeah, it's getting there. I like your technique. I like this stance. It's like you're ready to attack, martial arts style.
Does that look right to you?
That looks right to me.
A little bit more, I think.
Okay.
Just a tap.
Perfect. Okay. And then you
Can
get,
you come see?
yes,
I think that's about 1 cup.
beauty.
All right. Let's dump it in.
Okay, in it goes. Lovely.
And what some people do is we'll crack the eggs in here and then add the milk in and really just eyeball it. But I find it's easier if you just measure it.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, when you're measuring, you do not want to make mistakes.
No, not with baking.
Yeah, it's like it's for like professional people, measure it. If it's like if some people are really good at measuring, they can eyeball it, but just saying, I just recommend measure it.
Absolutely.
Give it a milk.
All right. Awesome. Okay, so what did we do for our cup of flour?
Okay, so what we did is, I'm saying this while I'm putting this away. What we did is we just, I don't know, let's put this, let's gonna put this here. So what we did is you would scoop it in the flour container, and then you take a knife, you take the like blank side, and then you just kind of give it like a scrape on the rim.
Yeah, so you level it off.
And then pat that down, that didn't happen.
I saw nothing.
Nobody saw anything.
Yeah. All right, now it goes into your bowl.
Yep.
Okay, perfect.
We'll put this into our bowl.
Okay.
like an island floating at sea.
Let's see. Yes, it does.
Okay, so next we're gonna add salt.
Salt.
And I have this mastered.
Okay.
So we're gonna take our salt, and you want to do this over the sink, because salt can dissolve in the sink.
Okay.
I'm just gonna open this little bit right there.
Nice. Okay. Okay.
Okay, and now we're gonna whisk our ingredients together until there are no lumps.
All right.
And to be honest, this calls for a big bowl so that you don't really spill, but all you really need is about this like a little bit in forward, but it just calls for that because if you're early baking, then that's what you'll end up needing.
Excellent.
I'll take that all off on the sides.
Okay, so you're getting everything covered. So do you want it to be smooth or do you want lumps in it?
Not smooth.
Smooth.
If there are lumps in it, they'll cook weird and you will be able to taste flour. And no one wants to taste flour.
Nobody wants to taste flour. That's.
Unless you like flour. I don't think anyone likes flour.
I don't think so. Okay.
Okay, the next thing that we're gonna do is pour our batter into our holders.
Okay.
I edited that part out. So how you do this is some people would think you just dump it and eyeball it. But what you do is a hack. You take this and you put all your batter into it. And I just use this big one because I know it's heavy, but it's way easier to use so that you put all your batter in it. Okay, and the instructions say that transfer the batter to a large measuring cup for easy pouring.
Hack.
Pour the batter into the buttered muffin pan cups, filling each about 2/3 full. So that would be like halfway.
Okay, perfect.
Not to the top, but like still halfway.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, we're just gonna pour this in. Our batter into the measuring cup. Right, now it's time to fill it up. Oh, and there's some spills there, but who cares?
It's okay.
It's baking. Okay, so we're just gonna pour this in. Just about here. Is that good?
Perfect. All right, we're going in the oven. It's exciting. Awesome. You got it? Let me know if you need help. Okay, so Sloane finished making the popovers, and I had to run to a meeting, so I'm back. How did they come out of the oven? How many more minutes did you have to put them on for?
We had to put them on for only 5, so it was about 30 minutes.
About 30 minutes total, so we did 25 minutes to start. And this is delightful. Cheers.
Cheers.
I'm excited.
Ready?
Yeah. Oh, Sloane, well done.
Thank you. We're so good. Look at that.
Look at that, flaky. That's really tasty. And I like how yours has like a little divot in the middle. So is that where you put jam when you get jam and the steak?
Usually they're kind of all like that though, but they didn't turn out like that.
Okay.
All of them.
Okay.
Moist
There you go.
inside and crusty on the outside.
Moist inside, crusty outside. Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you for making these with me today. And, I usually say, how can people connect with you? But you're a little too young for the social media. Yeah. But will you come on again as a guest? Okay, so we'll do another podcast episode with Sloane. And we're going to eat some popovers. And we're both going to be going to bed because it's really late. But
I have my pajamas.
yeah, you already got your pajamas on. But as always, thank you for being on the podcast. And you want to make sure you want to like, subscribe, share, comment, right? You have to do all these things or we won't have an audience. So thanks so much, everybody, and have a great day.